This is how to check your oil on your motorcycle. This particular bike is a Kawasaki Ninja 300, but it's basically the same on almost all motorcycles. Down on this side of the engine, you can see there is a sight glass. It's this sight glass that we're going to use to check the oil. And if you look really close to it, there is a upper and lower notch. So here's one notch, that's the upper notch, here's the lower notch. You want your oil level to be between these two notches. If it's below it, too low, you need to add more. You want to keep it in here. Now, the key here is that you can only observe if you have oil when the bike is straight up and down. So basically, you know, stand on it, straddle it so it's straight up and down, and then check to see if you have oil in here. Now, I can already tell you that my bike needs oil added. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on it, and you can watch the level change. Okay. So now the bike is straight up and down. The bike is straight up and down, but you see there's still no oil on the sight glass. Now if I tilt it to the right, eventually, there you go, you're going to see the oil. Now that's roughly, you know, we'd want to see that, except right in the middle, like right about that. But I'm way over at an angle to achieve this, so it's very, very low. And I'll show you what it looks like from a different angle. Okay, so here's the bike straight up and down. And as for the angle I had it at before, this is the angle I had to read the gauge. That means it's pretty low, because what we want to have it is right in the butter zone with it standing straight up and down like this. Okay, so we're going to hold it straight up and down, we're going to put some oil in it. Okay, so the next step is, what do we put it in and where? What we put in it is we put oil. 10W40 is what the Kawasaki Ninja manual states. And there you could argue what type of oil is best. But 10W40, and in short, any oil is better than no oil. So we're putting this basic oil in. Now where to put it in is right in this cap right here. All you do is you unscrew it. And that's where we'll do the add. Now, if you're by yourself, you just put it in a little at a time, just a little bit by little bit, and then you can grab the bike and then put it straight up and down and check your level a little bit by little bit. But since I've got a helper here, I'm going to have her stand it up the bike straight up center. Go ahead. And that way I can just add it until I see it in the glass. So I'll check this sight glass. I'm pouring it in really slowly, because if you have to take it out, you have to drain it from the bottom, or use like a syringe or something to pull it out. Oh, we're starting to get some. A little bit higher. Quite honestly, all I had was half of a quart here. So that's how much we're putting in there, and right in the middle. Personally, I would probably put it right to the top, but I'll go get some more oil. But that's the basics. So let me put the cap back on it. And then we can look right here. You can see it's in the middle. So honestly, right now I would say the oil level is low because it's near the bottom, but at least it's not empty. And I'd want to put it a little bit higher. But that's how to check and add your oil. Just add it nice and slow, put it in through the top. Make sure it's done with the bike straight up and down, and you're good to go.